Hello, 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 my loves. It's Sunday, baby. And so you know what time that is. It's time for your soul food and spiritual tea session with LadySpeech, honey. And even though I'm a full 20 minutes behind because this was supposed to be starting at 9:09, I'm right on time. And if you are seeing this video, then you're right on time too. So for all the people who catch me in the beginning of this live, you're right on time. For all of you who join me in the middle of this live, you're right on time. For all of you who catch it towards the end live, you're right on time. And for all of you watching it on the replay, you're right on time. Hello, my loves. Hello. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for those of you who've been waiting around for this. You know, in the month of July, I committed to coming to you at 9:09 Eastern Standard Time in the AM. And for the most part, I've been doing that. But today, it just, the energy, the reading, I had to take a moment. But we here, baby. Good morning, my loves. Good morning to all you good people. It is good to be here. It is good to see you, beautiful, wonderful, lovely, 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 lovely loves. Now, this is the Sunday service reading, but I am going to say this. For you OGs in the building, make sure you pay attention to this channel this week. I've got announcements to make. There's going to be some changes to the channel. There's going to be some ways for my sugar honey dumplings, the ones who really want to interact, the ones who want to get a little bit more personal. I've got some things built in. I've got some things set up for us to do to get closer, to do a little bit more interaction. So just make sure you pay attention to the videos that's gonna drop this week. There's some changes to the channel that I'm excited to announce. With that being said, happy Sunday, y'all. I hope you slept well, and I hope your sleep is good for the next week, and actually forever, because sleep is necessary. Do you hear me? We back in the building with another crown. Now, y'all have seen this before, but I'm wearing all black today. And I woke up thinking about this. So we put on the, what is this? This is the obsidian crown today. This is the obsidian crown today. Get that good protection energy. And I'm rocking that hematite. We got some agate in my ears, honey. And then we've got some, what is this? This is that ruby. Is this ruby or garnet? I can't remember. This is garnet, I believe. And this is that Herkimer diamond. And this is that watermelon tourmaline. I'm suited and booted today, honey. Covered in the crystals. Dripping in the crystals for you. I wanted to look nice for you. Now, welcome to this reading. I see a whole lot of OGs in the building. If you are new here, if you're not new to this, but you're true to this, you've been seeing at least 3 lives and you've been watching my videos and you subscribe to me across a few platforms, baby, I need you to go ahead and put a purple or blue heart in the comments. If you are new here, I want you to put a green or yellow heart in the comments. If you're new here, you can also put a butterfly. Now, excuse me, that's not. If you are new here, put a caterpillar in the comments because you're a new baby. And if you are an OG here, go ahead and put that butterfly in the comments, okay? I want to go ahead and start off by thanking the beautiful soul who gave me that super chat, Ray the Tray. Thank you, baby. Thank you for that lovely super chat. I'm so excited to give you this reading today. Now, go ahead and get comfortable. Grab your earphones, get settled in, do your chores, get prepared for the week. Do what you gotta do because we're gonna be here for a second, okay? It's a reading, it's a divination, it's some spiritual counsel before you begin your week, all right? So, or whenever you read it, because whenever the spirit to direct you to this video, it's spiritual counsel for whatever you about to face, okay? Now, for you newbies, I'm going to explain what we do here. For you OGs, go ahead and grab your water, put your robe on, get cuddled up. We're going to get into it, all right? So, first and foremost, this is a divination or reading, and part of my Sunday service readings is this here affirmation box. I am going to choose at random from this affirmation box, and we're going to participate in a call and response. So, I'm going to say the affirmation, and I encourage you to speak out loud the affirmation, and if you can't speak it out loud, say it in your head, okay? But repeat the affirmation. I do this because we've been trained to talk a lot of mess about ourselves. We say such horrible things about ourselves and then others. And so we're going to take a moment to affirm ourselves. This box is filled with quotes and parts from songs and poems and the Bible, the Quran, affirmations, just randomness, random goodness. I'm going to pull at random from here, and we're going to do a call and response thing, okay? This is a divination, so we're going to be using some tools to get that done. We're going to be using some cards. So we're going to be working with the Light Seer's Tarot deck today. We're going to be working with the Witch Seasons of the Witch Oracle deck today. This is the Samhain edition. We're going to be working with the African Goddess Rising deck today. And we're going to be working with the Angels and Ancestors deck today. As always, I'm going to keep, when I post this video, I'm going to put all of that in the description. So if you want to get a hold of those decks, you can do that. Okay? All right. Now, you know, as a magician, as a healer, as a psychic, as a spiritual leader, as an occultist, as a spiritualist, as a priestess, as a priest, I am always surrounded by at least 10,000 protective spirits who have my back. From the Orisha to the Loa, to my own ancestors and my spiritual court. It's vast. But when I do these readings, I like to bring my rock friends. So let me introduce you to my rock friends. This is one of my favorite crystals. I say that every damn week because all of my crystals are my babies. This is my golden healer quartz. Child, if you need some healing in your life, if you are a healer, baby, get you this. Get you this. Ooh, get you this. Such a sumptuous crystal. I don't, some crystals I don't have a physical reaction to. That crystal, ooh, Lord. Our spirits just make love, and I can feel it doing what it's doing every time. And it does good things for me and to me. Next up, we have the Super 7 crystal. Now, this is one of my favorites too, baby. This has 7 major crystals in it, from hematite to amethyst to all kinds of other goodness. I want to eat it. I want to become one with it. I love it. This does it from everything. This is a lucky one. This is a protection one. This is good for love and meditation and healing. It just got a lot. It just packs a punch. It packs a punch. I love this crystal. Okay. Those are the 2 crystals I brought with me. I've introduced you to the cards. Let's get into it. Let me sip some water. I've got my spicy water. Now today we're going to begin with some affirmations because I have a feeling this reading is going to drag more than a few of us. It certainly did drag me when I was pulling these cards. So I'm going to give us some cushion. Let's do a couple affirmations. We're gonna begin with affirmations this time. I'm not gonna hop into the reading. Okay, let's go. Let's do some affirmations. Let's affirm ourselves. And then let's let spirit talk that mess. And get us right together, okay? All right, first off, this is a quote from Yogi Bhajan, and I apologize if I get that name, if I'm butchering that name. It says, "You are very powerful, provided you know how powerful you are." Oh my God, because I know what's coming with this reading, the universe has jokes. Even the affirmations are trying to drag us. Look, go get a blanket. Go get a comfort item. You gonna need it. Some of you about to get smacked around spiritually. We're all about to get told about ourselves. So go get an item of comfort. Also, in advance, my Cash App is LadySpeech. My Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. My PayPal is the LadySpeechSankofa at gmail.com. Okay. This is labor for me and you. And go ahead and, this is going to be a nice spanking. Okay. You're going to walk away a better person. Put some in the collection plate. Here we go. Buckle up, buttercups. Don't say I didn't warn you. Repeat after me. I am very powerful, provided I know how powerful I am. I am very powerful, provided I know how powerful I am. Say with your chest. I am very powerful, provided I know how powerful I am. I am very powerful, provided I know how powerful I am. Repeat after me. I am very powerful, provided I know how powerful I am. All right, let's do another affirmation. Repeat after me. This affirmation says, I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. All right, now let's get into it. We're going to begin with the Light Seer's Tarot. And we have the Four of Cups. We're coming in hot. The Four of Cups is really about, what are you complaining about? We do know life is hard. This card, number one, is not about fake positivity. It's not about toxic positivity. It's not about not acknowledging the things that are wrong around us and calling it out. There's one thing about being a whistleblower. There's being a whistleblower. There's being someone who is an activist. There's being someone who is calling attention to a problem that needs to be healed, needs to be addressed. And then there's another thing. If when you're in your own situation, we're gonna bring this inside internally with our own situations. Are you sitting around in your world doing a lot of complaining about what you got going on? Are you being grateful for what you have going on as well? Yes, there's a lot to complain about, but also you have a lot to be grateful for. And the Four of Cups is about remembering that. Are you sitting here bored with your situation? Are you sitting here lamenting with your situation? The Four of Cups reminds us that where we have control, we need to take control. But before we take control, we need to give thanks for what we have. Before you can move out of a situation, a lot of times, you need to understand and make peace about where you're at. Give thanks for where you're at so you can, and give thanks for the things that you have. So that you can use those things that you have to get the hell out of the situation that you need to get out the hell out of. Okay? This person is sitting here looking bored as hell. Looking bored as hell. Looking bored as hell. Looking bored as hell. But they got clothes. They're clean. They've got access to magic or medicine or food or shade. They've got things. There's things to be grateful for in this situation. Four of Cups reminds us, what are we complaining about? Now, sometimes when we're complaining that those things are needed, we need to complain about them. We need to bring attention to things. But are we complaining about things like we like to, in this household a lot, in a lot of households, and a lot of people who live in first world countries, we like to complain about things and then immediately say first world problems. But really, yeah, think about that stuff. What are first world problems? What are problems of privilege? I'm not saying that they're any less. I'm not saying that you can't address them, but sometimes you're complaining about the wrong shit. And sometimes you can complain. It's right to complain, but also, as much time as you spend complaining, spend that exact amount of time in gratitude, if not more. Our words create spells. Our words are spells. That's cliche as hell, but it comes from a space that's very real. What you consistently focus on, what you give energy to, what you feed begins to take life in your life. Okay, it takes life. It takes on life in your life. If you're always complaining about people and you're always complaining about things ain't going right, that is literally you're going to continue to manifest that, and you're also going to continue to look for that. You'll be less likely to look for things that you were grateful for. You'll be less likely to see benefits and opportunities hidden in your world. The Four of Cups reminds us to watch your mouth. Watch it. How are you using your language? Are you using your language to construct a good world around you? And as someone who practices this, honey, I can tell you, and I've been checked by spirit from the moment I started giving readings, from the moment I really began my walk in the occult. Spirit really impressed upon me and gave me the knowledge to understand that literally the breath, even from a Christian perspective, when you read the Bible, like God spoke the world into being the breath, but the breath be representing that life, the life's breath. You really do shape a lot of your world by what you speak. Again, be mindful of how you're feeding the things in your life. Be mindful of how you're feeding the things in your life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, with your breath, with your mouth, with your words. Also, are you grateful? Be grateful. There's lots of reason to complain. The world is falling down. As a gender fluid, femme presenting person who has a vagina, who is visibly, obviously black, tattooed, modified, public figure. The world has been falling down for me for a very long time. They've been hunting black people and femmes and queers for a very long time. I dig it. The world is falling down. We acknowledge that. But there are things in your world you can control. There are things to be thankful for. And also, I can tell you this: if you spend all your time complaining about a situation you're trying to get out of, you are spending less time actually studying your situation, and you're going to miss opportunities and tools you can use to get out of that situation. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. A lot of us have been taught to just speak negative to yourself. There is scientific evidence that proves that your words can affect things outside of you. They can affect water. If your words can affect the things outside of you, if science has proven that when you even talk and sing to plants that helps them, honey, the words you speak about you in your world are definitely going to shape you in your world. Give thanks for the things that you have. And also watch the way you're speaking to things. There's sometimes we speak about our problems and our issues in a way that's not in a way of processing. We literally, there's sometimes, and there's some of us, I notice that there's some of us, as someone who's been into speech, lady speech is not an accident, honey. As someone who's into speech from a lot of different perspectives, I really notice there are times when people speak about their problems in a way that feeds them, and there are times that people speak about their problems in a way that processes them, a way that moves that energy along in their world. To eventually they come to a different place or a more healed place about it. Are you speaking to things in a way that continues to re-traumatize yourself? Are you speaking to things in a way that moves things along? This is why critical race theory is important, because it's a conversation about hard things, and it moves the conversation along in a way that it can be processed so we can get to a better place. There's a difference. So, watch your mouth. I told you we was going to get dragged. We're about to continue to get dragged. We have the Eight of Cups. It's time to let go. It's time to release. It's time to do a ritual even. And this is what she's doing. She has put her issues, she's put the things that she is letting go of. This person, they, them, whoever this person is, they're doing it. They are letting go and then they're walking away. There are things that Spirit is asking you to dead about yourself. There are things that it's time to move on from. You are no longer that person. There are behaviors. There are people. There is a lot. Every single one of us has something we need to let the hell go of, and we need to get to doing it now. So for some of you, this is a couple relationships you're hanging on to. For some of you, you let go of these relationships already, but you're still looking at that person like, I hope they'll get it. I hope they give me closure. I hope they stop all of that. Let it go. There's some of you who need to let go of behaviors, thought patterns. There's some of you who are attached to this idea that you can't have a good life, and that needs to go. There's some of you who have grown, and you need to take a moment and really take stock and take note of how you have moved past a certain aspect of who you used to be. There's some of you who used to be destructive, who were in a way worse position mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and you are much better now. You need to acknowledge that growth, and you need to officially lay parts of that life in yourself to rest, so that you can integrate the wisdom of that experience and who you needed to be then, and the wisdom you got from that into the person you are now. But you can let go of that, the destructive, the not good parts of that. It's time to let go. Do a ritual this week. That is your spiritual homework and advice. Some of you, this ritual is going to look like writing a eulogy to the self that is dead and gone. Some of you need to speak to a name, write a letter, and then burn it, bury it, so that you can officially welcome in the new, more powerful, advanced version, transformed version of yourself. Some of you need to let that job go. Some of you need to abandon old dreams so that you can open up to a new manifestation, a new aspect of who you are. We have shifted. It's time a lot of you acknowledge that. This pandemic has changed everyone, honey. And the last 7 months, 8 months has changed so many of us. It's time to let go. It's time to acknowledge that. It's time to let go. There's a new life waiting for you. It's time to do things different. Quit trying to do things the way you did them 2 years ago, the way you did them 1 year ago. For some of you, the way you did it 6 months ago. It's time to let go. And it's time to step into an improved version of you, an improved version of your life. The world is falling down, but you need to remember that you have the ability to rebuild. So that's what you need to be focused on. Building a new world, a better one. We're not going to go back to what we had. We're going better. We're building better. We're building better. Things are falling down because it's not sustainable. White supremacy, as we know it, capitalism, colonialism, as we know it, this is unsustainable. Look what it's doing to the earth. Look what it's doing to everyone. Everyone's crazy and everything is falling down because these things aren't sustainable. Start building a new world, and that starts with yourself. Let some things go. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Finish it. Finish it. And then walk away. This person isn't looking back. They trust that the prayer worked. They trust that the ritual worked. They trust that the ceremony connected. They trust that they said the right words. They did the right things. They trust that their offering was accepted. And they feel released because they are. And then they turned their back and walked into their new life without looking back. Trust. Do the ritual, let it go, and move forward into a new reality, into a new manifestation. All right, good people, let's check in. How are you doing in the comments? Is this giving you what it needs to give you? Are you getting dragged? Or is it connecting? Let me get a amen or a hallelujah. Amen and a hallelujah. Let's do an affirmation. Repeat after me. I welcome all ways the universe wants to bless me. I welcome all ways the universe wants to bless me. I welcome all ways the universe wants to bless me. I welcome all ways the universe wants to bless me. I welcome all ways the universe wants to bless me. I welcome all ways the universe wants to bless me. I welcome all ways the universe wants to bless me. I welcome all ways the universe wants to bless me. Repeat after me. This affirmation says, healing is hard, staying wounded is harder. 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 All right, let's check in. Shardy said, feeling like I just got spanked, but I needed that. Thank you, and you're welcome. You know I'm a dominatrix, honey. This gets done physically and spiritually as well. Naomi, thank you for your super chat, my love. I appreciate you. We have a whole lot of amens in the building, honey. Please know I get dragged as well. I'm getting told about my business. That is literally why I was late today, because I needed to sit down and process for myself. It wasn't even about y'all. I pulled that Vim card today and I was like, it gets better and worse. Prepare yourself. I too am receiving this spanking with all the love, though. I hope you feel the love from myself and the universe. But I literally had to sit with that. I was like, and I don't know about you when you get readings, but when I get readings, like when the reader is on point, when it's a divination, when I'm not just getting a reading, when I'm getting a divination. And the difference between getting a reading, here's a little education for you. The difference between getting a reading and a divination, the reader reads the cards. A divination uses a tool to read the energy, to read the person, to connect and talk to spirits. When I'm getting a divination from someone that I trust and that is on point, and that's really the only people who are allowed to do that for me these days personally, besides myself, um, the spirit be talking, and like it delivers the exact people that the reading is talking about. It cut the way I am. The, anyway, that's happening for me, honey, and I'm seeing it's happening for some of you. So I'm glad that I'm here to help. I'm glad that I'm here to help. Someone said whole body goosebumps. I heard that. I heard that. Kid said, I just got a new tarot deck from my aunt's bookshop yesterday. Very excited to try it out today after this live. Yes, honey. Self divination is a thing. Everybody should have some type of divination system for themselves. Everybody should be asking. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should have a way to ask the spirits what the hell is up. Even though I do believe in getting readings by someone else. Let's see, there was a question I'm trying to answer. I don't know where it is. Do, 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 do. Where is it at? So I think this is some what if after I let go and walk forward, there's nothing here to walk forward to. I feel you. Well, then you have to sit. So if someone is asking in the walking or letting go and walking away, what are you walking towards? You're walking towards your passions. There's always healing to walk towards, honey. Let me remind you that healing is a journey, not a destination. It's a lifetime commitment. You will always have something to heal, especially because we carry the trauma of our ancestors 12 generations deep in our DNA, our blood, our bones. There's always something to heal, to address. What are you walking towards when you let go? You're walking towards your healing. You're walking towards your magnificence. You're walking towards your greatness. You're walking towards your passions. You're walking towards your dreams. If you don't have none of that, you're walking towards your interests. You're walking towards a community of people that love you. You're walking towards Mother Earth. You're walking towards building a better life for yourself. When you let go and release, you're making room for new things to grow. So you're walking towards new experiences. You're walking towards an adventure. You're walking towards a new direction. That is what is ideally happening. And if again you don't see any of that after all the options that has been named, then you are walking towards your healing. That's an indication that you need to do some healing. So when all else fails, go to the healing, honey. Walk towards the healing light, baby. Walk towards the healing light. But yeah, you're walking towards your dreams, your goals, your passions. I'll have for an example. I had to let go of a narcissistic relationship. And the other day I had an epiphany that there was still part of me because I love and I will love forever. There's still a part of me that really wants this person to apologize, to see where they were wrong, and to admit it, and to have sought and seek help, and to make changes, give us both closure so that we can continue on our relationship. Because I love this person and I want them to be better. And their behavior does not only cost them a relationship with me, it's cost them a relationship with a lot of people around them. And I want them to be better ultimately. I had to come to the Jesus Spirit put in my heart. Spirit was like, look, honey, that person doesn't give a fuck about you. And so you gotta stop. And I know it's out of the goodness of your heart. And no, I wasn't ever planning on reaching out to them. I understand that I wasn't ever, but there was still a part of me that was holding out a little space for them. And that was hindering me. That's energy. That was unnecessary energy I was expending towards a situation that I've already divined on it. That's not coming together anymore. And it doesn't need to for my mental health and upliftment. And probably for theirs too. I'm letting that go, in addition to some other things. And what I'm walking towards is fulfilling beautiful relationships in my life that do give me light, that do give me goodness. We had that card earlier that was about appreciating what you have. So you're walking just because you're letting some things go. Hopefully, you have things in your life that bring you joy, that bring you goodness. So you're walking towards that. You're walking towards the things in your life that you already have appreciation for, that pour into you. You're walking toward your ancestors. You're walking toward your spiritual life. You're walking toward your spiritual practice. So when you are letting go of things and you don't know what to walk towards your healing and walk towards your spiritual practice. All right, all right. I want to thank you so much for the super chats, Fred. I'm just gonna say Fred because I don't want to butcher that name. Fred, thank you so much for the $10. Adidas Sakura. Yeah, forgive me if I'm butchering these names. Forgive me. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the $2.99, the $10, the $50. Thank y'all for the cash apps. The cash app is Lady Speech, Venmo Lady Speech Sankofa, PayPal Lady Speech Sankofa at gmail.com. Thank y'all for the reciprocity and appreciation for this labor, baby. All right, let's keep going. We're not done being dragged. We have the Seasons of the Witch card, the Samhain edition. This is the frog. May the lily beneath your breasts allow you to drink from its healing waters. Be still, for there is serenity behind the drowning croaks. We love a good butterfly for a symbol of transformation, but the frog is a symbol of transformation, and this is what this means. We just got told to appreciate where you're at, what you have. We just got told to let things go. And now we're being told all of this because transformation is here. You're different, get it through your head. You ain't the same person you were. So do a ritual about it, do a ceremony about it, but get with the program, honey. You are magnificent, you're beautiful, and you're divine. Spirit is calling you into a bigger, better version of yourself. Yeah, the world is falling apart, and you know who's going to do something about it? You. That's who's going to do something about it. You. You're going to do something about it by addressing your own little world, becoming the best version of you, following your path and your purpose, because that's medicine for your ancestors, that's medicine for your community. You. There's no one coming to save us. You're going to save you. And by saving you, and just by focusing on you, not even focusing on anybody else, by focusing on you, your path and purpose, you're going to encounter the people you need to encounter, and that's going to give them permission to be themselves and to save themselves. It is time to let go of all the things because a new version, a new life is coming. Let me tell you about the universe. It's not a hoarder. A lot of times, y'all hear me say that a lot. You've heard me say it a lot throughout the years. The universe is not a hoarder. A lot of times you block your blessings because you don't let things that go that you need to let go of. A lot of you ain't getting good loving in relationships because you refuse to like look at where you're broken, do your healing, and then let go of the relationships that are actively doing you harm. Now this ain't the case all the time, but sometimes it is the case. The universe is not a hoarder. If you want something, you want good shit. A lot of times you gotta let go of things that no longer serve you, and that's what this card is about. That's what this card is about. The transformation card, the frog card, okay? You are letting go of things, you're letting go of who you used to be, and you are coming into your magnificence. This is about stepping into your glory. Jesus Christ, I really feel like I'm getting talked to by my grandmother right now. I don't even want to look at myself. If you don't get your shit together with all the love in my heart, with all the love of the Spirit's heart, quit sleeping on yourself for real, for real. They're over it. They're over all of our BS. Quit sleeping on yourself. Quit acting like you ain't magnificent. Yeah, you have flaws. Yeah, you are imperfect. Nobody is perfect. You're not above everybody else. Your imperfections do not cancel out your goodness. Develop your gifts. Step into your power. and work on the things you need to work on. And YouTube, this is a spicy water, okay? It's a water. I know it looks suspect, but it's water. Step into your power. Step into your magnificence. Step into your greatness. But what that's going to require is you're going to be taken down to zero. And even though you're going to grow rapidly, because the lifestyle, not the lifestyle, but the life process of like from tadpoles to frogs, it'd be kind of quick. So you're going to take that lead. That's the comfort, is that the process is going to go quickly. You are going to be taken back down to ground zero. You're going to be taken down to that baby space. And you can't be afraid of that. You can't be afraid to be taken down to that baby space. And let yourself grow into a new being. Transformation time is afoot. Lean in. And then we have the graveyard. I told you to bring your comfort items at the beginning of this meeting. I told you. It's not my fault. Go get your fucking security blanket. Go. Because it's not done. Spirit is not done. Graveyard. There is a song that bellows in the peace of knowing no end, and acknowledging the crossroads of eternity. Let it go. It is done. New life for all of us. New life for all of us. If you are seeing this, it is time. We're done. You're done. I'm done. We're done. In my Nina Simone voice. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Spirit is trying to move a lot out of our way because we have a new world to build. And in order to build that world, we need to be new people. Earth knows that. Earth has gone through many transformations. It knows what it needs. And it knows what the species and its children needs to make it through. We have a level of consciousness at this point as humans to either participate in that or not. You gotta be new people if you want to make it in the new world. This one is falling down. And so we are being prepared for that. Lean in. Lean in. Lean in. Lean in. Lean in. Write that eulogy. This reading literally started off. The first card the first cards are about instructions. Appreciate what you got, but let things go. Do a ritual, a ceremony, walk into the sunset. Let it go, okay? Do that. Do that. Write down the things. Write a letter to your former self. Maybe you've accepted that all things about your former self, but you need to thank your former self. Some of you need to thank your former self. And that's the other part of this. Some of you need to thank your former selves. Some of you don't like how ugly some of you used to be. Newsflash. A lot of us have done really ugly things because we were victims. A lot of us, and even if not, a lot of us, the human experience, there are parts of you weren't a good person. You weren't making the best decisions. Maybe you were part of seedy underworlds or whatever. Thank yourself still. Even though that's not you, every single part of you has gotten you to where you are. Thank yourself and move forward. When I say let it go, when you let these things go, when you let go of what you need to let go of, what happens is then you can begin to integrate it and heal. You can begin to heal and integrate it. Let it go. Say goodbye to who you used to be. Say goodbye to old thought patterns. Say goodbye to old behaviors. And I'm talking about things you've actually dealt with, and that you have the strength, you have the skill set to let it go. It's time. It's time. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's time. And what's going to happen, what's going to come first is peace. This is a card of peace. The graveyard, because of Christian influence, is can oftentimes be looked at as a very scary place. But what is the thing that we say? R.I.P. Rest in peace. Really, the graveyard is the resting place. We oftentimes use that euphemism for death is resting. Resting is about peace. When you rest, not just sleep. When you rest, there's peace that comes with that. Ultimately, this is about peace, making peace with yourself, making peace with who you are, making peace with your situation, making peace, making peace. All right, pulse check. We still alive out there? How we doing? Let's do some affirmations. This is an affirmation. If you're still doing all right, can I get an amen? Amen, amen, amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right. Collection plate, Cash App, LadySpeech, Venmo, LadySpeech, Sankofa, and PayPal, LadySpeech, Sankofa at gmail.com. Always feel free to show your financial appreciation for this labor. Repeat after me. Self care is how you take your power back. I'm going to say my instead of yours. Self care is how I take my power back. Self care is how I take my power back. Self care is how I take my power back. Self care is how I take my power back. Self care is how I take my power back. Self care is how I take my power back. Self care is how I take my power back. This affirmation is for the non binary families. If you identify as non binary, I want you to repeat after me. If you do not identify as non binary, I just want you to hold space as others do. And this is a friendly reminder that your favorite auntie captain, your favorite goddess, king, your favorite auntie uncle is gender fluid. All right. So my pronouns are she, her, they, them, and he, king. All right. So for my non binary peeps, repeat after me. My non binary body is beautiful. 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 All right, we're going to keep it pushing. We are moving into the African goddess rising, excuse me, not writing, but the African goddess rising deck. Let me take a sip of my spicy water. This is Sacia. And again, I apologize if I am butchering the name, but Sacia, joy. This is literally Mother Earth nurturing you. This is literally Mother Earth reminding you that your joy is potent. And the more marginalized the joy, actually, the most potent it is. Black joy is potent. Some of the most potent joy of them all. Indigenous joy is potent. Queer joy is potent. Feminine woman joy is potent. Children's joy is potent. Your joy is potent. Laughter is medicine. Laughter is healing. Joy is medicine. Joy is healing. Protect your joy. Protect the joy of marginalized communities. Make space for your joy. Make space for the joy of marginalized communities. Pursue your joy. Pursue the things that keep you, that make you happy. From little things to big things. Your joy is your responsibility, not anyone else's. Do not put your joy in the hands of others. Know that your joy is yours. And yes, there are systematic things and other forces in place that will work to take your joy. But you work on the flip side to keep your joy, to protect your joy. And this is from little to big levels. I don't know who needs to hear this, but curate your social media. You don't need to be friends with everybody. Even as someone who does a lot via social media, transmits a lot of my purpose and path via social media, teaches, makes money via social media, I'm not afraid to unfollow someone. And I don't do the thing where I follow people back just because they follow me. As someone who deals with mental health issues, CPSD, PTSD, I had know that I spend as much time on social media a lot. And so I don't want to go through my feed seeing things that are inherently fat phobic, racist, ableist, xenophobic, that wears on my soul. Cure your social media because you need to protect your joy, you need to protect your mental health. Not everyone can be in your life. If someone is hell bent on stealing your joy, don't let them. Ooh, Lord, this really is spirit been getting me right together this entire week. This card in particular is it's got me in a chokehold by the neck right now, up against the wall. God, I'm being drugged in my soul in regards to a personal issue. Do not let no one take your joy for real. Put your boundaries up. Put your spiritual boundaries up. If you have to coexist or if you have to work in a situation where someone who is overwhelmingly negative all the time, they never really have anything positive to say, always complaining about something, always complaining about somebody, and you have to work around them, you have to live around them, then you need to go extra hard on building your spiritual, not your first and foremost, your personal force field, and also just curating your world, like your spiritual space, doing your smudge medicine, your smoke medicine, your cleansing medicine, but your regular protection medicine. Protect your joy. Protect your joy. Protect your joy. Protect your joy. Earlier we talked about, are you the negative Nancy? Check yourself. Are you the one who is unappreciative of everything around you? And this card is a reminder to go after your joy. A lot of times we end up in the position where we are complaining a lot, where we see the negative in everything because we've lost our joy, we've lost our spark. And like, you need to go chase after that. That's no one else's responsibility, it's yours. You gotta go get your spark. Follow your dreams, your passions, your goal, but let spirit nurture you. Also, another thing about this is this, spirit is really wanting me to lead me to talk about this. There should be joy in your spiritual practice. Okay. As someone who is a practitioner, someone who understands that not all of this is fun and games, and there are parts of healing and there are parts of spiritual practice that are very real, and there are parts, they're not everybody who you're going to encounter in that is a good person. I can tell you this, even with all of that, even with the worst of the worst I've experienced with following my spiritual practice in the occult space, there is joy here. And your spiritual practice should bring you joy. It should bring you happiness to some degree. It's the more and the deeper I deepen my practice, the more joy I get from the mundane and from the ordinary to the extraordinary and the completely off the charts awesome. Love should bring you joy. Your relationship should bring you joy. Again, this doesn't mean there's going to be an absence of hard times. This doesn't mean there's going to be an absence of wildness, but these things should bring you joy. They should enhance your joy. They should not be tearing down your joy. For some of you, y'all gotta look hard at your situations, from relationship to, and not just romantic relationship, family relationship, friendship relationship, looking at job situations, looking at the things that are taking your joy. From an activist perspective, if you're going to fight back, you need to find something to fight back for. Oftentimes, when you see people who leave really crazy situations, or abusive situations, they have an anchor outside of themselves. A lot of times, not all the times and not every times, but a lot of times hear people be like, "I have kids," so their kids bring them joy, and so they get it together. They get out of a situation because they focus on the thing that brings them joy. When you protect and cultivate your joy, when times get crazy, that can be the thing. Your joy pays you back. That can be the thing that helps you focus, to help you pull yourself out of something. Protect your joy. Be wary of people who are trying to take your joy. Do not let them in your world. And if you're in a situation where you gotta live with that person, you gotta work with that person, then boundaries. You better put your spiritual boundaries up. Put your warding up. Put your physical boundaries up. Okay? Okay. Moving on to the next card in the African Goddess Rising deck, we have Kosana, Celestial Alignment. This is all about being in alignment with your purpose and your path. Earlier, we began this card with the card that was all about walking away. That Eight of Cups. We began this reading, not this card, but we began this reading with the Eight of Cups. And this was all about imploring us to walk away, to let go, to do ritual. And then earlier, one of you, dear honey, sugar honey dumplings, asked, "What are you walking towards into?" And you're walking towards your alignment. You're walking towards your alignment. And your alignment is, your alignment in regards to your path and your purpose and your passions, your dreams, your goals, all of that literally being lined up. Okay? Seek your spiritual alignment. And newsflash, everybody's alignment looks different. Just like everybody's cars alignments are different, yours is different. Your spiritual alignment is different. What lines up for me doesn't line up for you. Okay? It's time to seek your celestial alignment. It's time to follow your path and purpose unapologetically. Follow your passions, your heart. Follow your healing. When we think about your calling and your path, oftentimes it's an intersection of the things that you inherently desire, want, need. It's a combination of that. It's a combination of the trials and tribulations you have survived, what you've learned from that, the wisdom. And then it's also a combination of your spiritually guided and implanted purpose and path. Because some of us have a mission that we came in here with. It's about your goals and your desires, the things that you inherently want to work towards. It's this convergence, this intersection of all of these things. Okay? You will find your purpose and your path when you put those things in alignment, when you walk towards the alignment. And you actually don't need to put those things in alignment, just walking towards your alignment. One step in front of the other. There's a saying that says, what you seek is seeking you, and that is 1,000% true spiritually. Start seeking it. But it's got to be something you are genuinely seeking. So being in touch with who you are and what you feel for real is going to be an important part of this spiritual path. But it's a time of spiritual alignment. You're being drawn into that. The whole transformative space that you are being called into is pulling you into alignment with your greatest purpose and path. All you need to do in this process is surrender. That's it. All you really need to do is surrender. The name of the game when it comes to spiritual alignment is surrender. Surrendering to what's at hand. Surrendering to where you are at right now. And that's what a big part of this reading is about, surrendering. Your transformation is going to go smooth when you just submit to the fact that it's happening. When a birthing person is giving birth, when a birthing mother, when a birthing father, when a birthing person is giving birth, and as someone who's doulaed and midwife many a births, there is a space where we all call the transition period. And like what really happens is that person oftentimes hits a wall. And especially you see this when births are really long and drawn out and particularly painful. They will oftentimes hit a wall where it's like, I can't, mentally, physically, emotionally, I'm exhausted. And it's that point where they have to call on something deeper and bigger into them, where they have to surrender. They have to surrender. They have to surrender to the fact that A, the child has to get out. And the only way it's coming out is if you do the work. B, you also have to surrender to the fact that you are tired. You are exhausted. You don't have the energy. And you have to surrender to the fact that you have everything you need inside of you to get through this. Surrender. Surrender to the situation at hand. When you surrender to the situation at hand, especially when it's a not so good situation, what you can start to do is breathe and accept. When you breathe and accept, you begin to see the elements in the room that you can use to help you move, make your way out of the situation. Surrender, surrender. Surrender to your spiritual alignment. Also, sometimes know this. Sometimes we're broken, just like a broken bone. Or sometimes you break a bone and you break it clean, and it can just be put back together. It just needs its support. It needs a little bit of support, and it can be mended and put back together. But sometimes you break a bone, and in order to heal it, you need to re-break it. Or you broke a bone and it didn't heal correctly. So in order for it to heal correctly, it's broken again. Some of us are going through that time where we're being broken again. Call on the supports that you need. First and foremost, call on your spiritual court, your spiritual team to help support you in all the ways you need support. Call on your benevolent ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels to help support you, to help to bring you the teachers, the physical manifestations of the helpers you need to move forward. And then call on a physical support team if you have it. And if you don't, utilize your spiritual core to help you begin to build that. If you need to call a hotline, if you need to call an organization, call whoever you need to help you. All right, let's do some affirmations. And I'm going to check in with these comments and see how we're doing. I already have one right here. This says, energy spent loving is never a loss. Repeat after me. Energy spent loving is never a loss. 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 This affirmation is a quote from Maya Angelou, and it says, all great achievements require time. Repeat after me. All great achievements require time. 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 All right, beautiful people, let's get into these comments. Thank you, Amanda, for your super chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I see a lot of y'all got your comfort items. I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all got dinosaurs and blankies. I love it. Catherine said, I feel like all my grannies are yelling at me right now. Me too, honey. Me too. Ray the Tray said, my friend recently crossed over to the other side. My condolences to you. My condolences to you, my friend. I feel weird because my emotions are at peace with their passing because they are now an evolved beyond human and now have become a concept. You know what? I'm glad you're able to find that peace in the passing of your friend. Death does not have to be, because we live in a space where colonialism and white supremacy has disconnected us from so many of our indigenous practices. We are disconnected from the ways of being with and making peace with Brother Death. It is okay that you feel at peace and that your emotions have processed to the point that you feel at peace with the passing of your friend. It's okay. Let's check in, continue to check in with the comments. Someone said, is it weird that I don't follow anyone that has nothing but pictures of themselves? Nope. That goes back to when I was talking about curating your social media. Do that. Do that. Let's see. Dana said, still recovering from brain surgery, so visual acuity is not great. So it won't be that active in the comment section, but I'm here and I love you all. Sending you so much love, Dana. And thank you for telling us that and letting us know. We appreciate you. And I love the fact that I love y'all in the comment section. Y'all really do take care of each other. Like, I'm just now getting to that comment, but y'all have been showering Dana with so much love. So thank you for that. And Dana, thank you so much for your participation with this channel. I love you so much. Let me see. Catherine said, how do you surrender when you don't know how? Good question. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. You do know how to surrender. All humans know how to surrender. We learn when we're babies because that's all you can do. You don't have any control over the situation. So, yeah, you do know how to surrender. Now, to answer that question, how do we surrender when we don't know how? Number one, you do. Number two, you don't like surrendering because you've been taught that it is unsafe. Figures that were supposed to protect you taught you that you were not safe with them. So to learn how to surrender, you have to first examine when the first authority figures made you feel unsafe in your vulnerability and heal that, because we all know how to surrender. Coming from a priestess perspective, a priest perspective, a BDSM dominatrix perspective, and a human perspective, occultist and spiritual perspective, oh yeah, you know how to surrender. It's about safety. You have not been safe to surrender. When I feel safe in ritual and ceremony, I surrender and I'm so open. I never surrendered like that in Christianity. In my Jehovah Witness life, I never surrendered like that because it was never safe. But because I know true safety now, I can surrender. Now I know when I'm unsafe and I know when I am safe. So of course when I'm not safe, I don't surrender. But when I am safe, I do. And I experience a vast amount of safety in my world because I curate it. You know how to surrender. You just have not been safe. So I invite you to curate your world as best you can. First, start spiritually because that will give you the strength you need. You need that internal strength. And you need the strength that is real. That's not manufactured. And that strength can only be obtained in your healing. And strength does not mean you don't have times of weakness. Strength is actually built in times of weakness. You know how to surrender. It just hasn't been safe. I hope that answers something. Let's see. Oh, we got New Zealand in the house. Hey, New Zealand. What's up? I think I pronounce your name Donkles. I think that's how. If I'm butchering your names, I'm sorry. Dana said, "Oh, Auntie, so true. I feel like this message is for me because I'm struggling at how slow my healing is going. Be graceful with yourself. Grace and mercy, honey. Grace and mercy in your healing. Whether you're healing, and this message is for you and for everybody. Whether you're healing mentally, emotionally, physically, grace and mercy. All of y'all need to show grace and mercy to yourself right now. Everybody, absolutely, in this world is bit shit crazy. We have all survived the pandemic." And no matter if you survived it well or not, everybody took a hit mentally. In America, there's literally a mass shooting every day. It's going down here, and it's going to get worse. Singapore, it's going down. It's going down a lot of places right now. Everything is falling down. Okay? Everybody relax when it comes to healing. Relax. Be on it. Here's the thing, the trick to this is if you commit to it, if you commit to healing your entire life, your whole life, for your rest of your life, if you really look at it as the journey and not the destination, then you can ease and give yourself grace and mercy because you understand that you'll just be doing this for the rest of your life. So then you can ease when it comes to your healing. It takes the time it takes. It takes the time it takes. So quit judging yourself. If you want to heal well, be it emotionally, mentally, physically, it takes the time it takes. Surrender. And don't judge yourself because that's not going to get you nowhere. Whew. Spicy water. I love it, but you burp. Thank you for the super chat, Lenise. Thank you for that super chat, Lenise. Catherine said 39. I never surrendered. I've always fought, even when I know the outcome, because it's safety. You were taught that it's not safe, so you just gotta work on your safety, baby. You just gotta work on your safety. Heavenly Carter said, "I'm a little late, but I made it." You are right on time. Whenever if you were here at the beginning, you're right on time. If you showed up to the end, you're right on time. If you're watching this on replay, baby, you are right on time, honey. You're right on time, honey. Let's see. Donk said, Donk works hard. I've been hoping to catch one of these, but the right time was going to come about when I needed it to. Exactly. Spirit always puts us together when we need to. Gal named Sarah said, Captain, I love your talent to put exactly what you mean into words. It's incredibly inspiring. Thank you. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. And let's see, Seaholt said, "This week my mom is coming to visit for a week. I've held it off for so long, but I know it's time to start doing some of that work. Let's see how it goes. I'm hopeful there will be healing." Yes, 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 yes. Yes, congratulations for you, sending you good energy for that. And with your mom coming, I want you to talk to your benevolent ancestors. I really want you to sit with them and speak to the ancestors about what you want with your mother. And speak to ask for their assistance, ask for their help, but also surrender to whatever happens. You can catch healing from whatever, no matter what, even if she's not participating, there can be a healing lesson in this for you. So you focus on that and you call in the help and the assistance of your ancestors when you're dealing with your mama, okay? Okay. Alrighty then. Let me see. Reshki, I believe I said, I'm sorry if I'm butchering names, said, "Must have been listening in from the ether before I got here. Cheeks damp from tears of surrender already as I jump in late." Surrender's the name of the game. Earlier in this reading, it talked about surrender, like walking into your magnificence, and that transformation card really had a lot to do with that. You don't have to do. Here's the thing about this transformation: you don't gotta do nothing. Just surrender. It's here. It's here, and the spirit has prepared everything you need. You don't gotta do nothing except for the ritual at the beginning. You gotta let go, and you have to surrender. That's all you need to do. Let go and surrender. From there, listen, because they're going to direct every bit of this course. Step one, release. Let go of everything that does not serve you. Step two, surrender. Stop fighting. And the only way you're going to stop fighting is if you get yourself to a safe place. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, stop fighting. Surrender. Number three, listen to the guidance of your benevolent ancestors and spiritual team, and to your inner instincts and own wisdom, to your inner guide. Number four, act accordingly. Listen to the guidance, listen to the wisdom, listen to where they're telling you to go, what they're telling you to do. Act accordingly, act on it, move on it, because they are working for your highest good. I don't know, did we do some affirmations? I can't remember. But let's do two affirmations and we'll do the last two cards of the reading. All right. These affirmation says, "My success is necessary." Repeat after me. My success is necessary. 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 This affirmation says, "Today I choose to heal." Repeat after me. Today I choose to heal. 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 All right, good people. Last two cards in the reading. The Warrior. This is from the Angels and Angels deck. Be fearless and stand strong. You're in the middle of transformation and rebirth. You are being asked to shine your light and step into your power and your magnificence. Please know that that's going to attract everybody. Good, bad, and ugly. Protect yourself. Earlier in the reading, we talked about protecting your joy. Because your joy is medicine. Your joy is potent. Your joy is powerful magic that should be protected. But your whole being is powerful and worthy of protection. As you turn up the light, protect yourself. I'm getting ready to turn. I'm getting dragged. I want to cry right now, actually. Oh my God. Spirit. Step your protection game up. Because you need to step out even further into the light. You need to step in to the next phase. And you've always been dope. You've always been amazing. You've always been talented. But what Spirit is about to do for you and through you, with you and to you, is next level. You are surrounded by protection, but you also need to be active in that. Be up on your protection spells. Be up on your protection prayers. Refresh your protection amulets. Be smart about how and where and when you move. Listen to the guidance of Spirit and all of that. Protect your joy. Protect your magic. Protect yourself spiritually, digitally, emotionally. Stand up and be strong. Protect those who need protection. Protect the ones that Spirit brings to you to protect. Be strong. Be brave. Have courage. You are going to get through everything that you got going on right now. Meet it with the warrior's gaze. And last but not least, Stag. Trust and thrive, honey. Trust and thrive. Trust and thrive. Stand up in your magnificence. We need you. The earth needs you. You are the one that the ancestors have been waiting for. You are the one that your ancestors have been waiting for. And there is no time in a world that is falling down. You must understand how powerful you are. You have to understand how powerful your magic is. You need to understand that it is wildly important for you to follow your dreams, for you to heal, for you to follow your instinct. There is no time. You have no idea how long you have left. Things are very crazy out here. You need to spend whatever time you have left healing. You need to spend whatever time you have left following your dreams, going for your goals. You need to spend whatever time you have left pursuing joy, making space for joy. You need to spend whatever time you have left walking in your power, in your magnificence. You need to spend whatever time you have left living the fuck out of your life. You need to trust your ancestors and your spirits. You need to trust the path that you're walking. You need to trust your own wisdom inside of you and your inner guide. You have to trust that your benevolent spiritual team is working for your highest good. And you have to trust that you know what you're doing. And even when you don't, your God, your goddess, your ancestors know what they are doing. And they do not want you to trip and fall. And even if you do, they will hold you and help you stand back up. You must stand tall. You must meet challenges with your power. You cannot doubt yourself anymore. When you are honest about where you are problematic, when you are honest and you pursue a life of healing, you will automatically address the things that are wrong in your world. You will automatically be able to be held accountable for the things that need to be improved. And none of that will decrease your worth or your dignity or your power. But you have to stand up. Your dreams are very important to the grand scheme of things, no matter how small you think they are. You have no idea how Spirit wants and needs to use you as medicine, and that it won't just help you, it will help everybody around you. But you have to stand tall in that. You can't half ass any of this. You have to do your healing, you have to do the work so that you stand in something that is real. But you got it. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to fix this. You are here to do that. In your piece of the world, you don't need to worry about saving the entire world. But if you just focused on your piece, you just do what you do. And you trust that other people are hearing what it is that they need to hear. And they're going to do what they need to do. Well, I told you to grab your comfort items at the beginning of this reading. I warned you. You can't ever say I don't know warn you when you're about to get a spanking. As your spiritual mother, I will. If I get a warning about your spiritual spanking, you'll get it. I got dragged in this reading. And I'm going to make some different life decisions this week. Actually, this already started for me last week, so I don't even know why I'm surprised. I was getting dragged all last week by spirit, and that's the type of relationship I have of me and mine. So this just wrapped all that up and put a bow on it. So I know a lot of y'all connected with this reading. But it's just, it is what it is, okay? So you go and get grounded. You do some grounding things. I'm gonna eat some food and get nice and grounded, do some writing and some journaling. But it is, let this be the call that it needs to be for whoever it needs to be for. If you were here at the beginning of this reading, you were right on time. If you came at the middle of this reading, you were right on time. If you came in the end, you were right on time. If you're watching this on the replay, you're right on time, my dear. I appreciate your time and support. Even the affirmations, good Lord. Like, all the readings give, but there be some readings that just, with the rings on. With the rings on. They just... Yeah, life is wild. It was a good one. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. Can I get an amen in the comments? All right. So I said that I was trying to wait for this announcement to the video that's gonna drop this week. I'm still gonna drop the video, and I'll give you an app, and and that'll explain everything. But I did want to announce that I have my membership set up on this page. That's right. I have some memberships set up on this page. So this week we're going to talk about how my posting schedule is going to be a little bit different moving forward in August. I know I was doing the Sunday, Friday thing, and I really thought I had landed on something that was really good. But actually, I have something that is going to be better. It's actually going to mean that I'm going to be live with you guys a lot more, doing a lot more motivational content, all kinds of stuff. But this enables my OG followers and just folks who want to, have a more intimate experience with me to have that. So I'm going to explain that in the video coming up, but I have the memberships going, and I just have lots of cool content planned. This is not going to change what I'm doing. If you're not a member, you will still get the once a month video, and you're actually going to get more. I have the way that I'm structuring things, and I'll explain all of that in the new video. But I'm excited for that. Lots of new things coming down the hatch. With that being said, I didn't want to take up all of your time. I just want to take up a bit of your time. This Sunday service soul food spiritual tea session was profound and amazing. I don't know about you. Actually, I do know a few of you have communicated this was good for you too. So I'm really happy to share this with you. Thank you guys for just holding space for my vulnerability and humanity. I feel comfortable being on my own page, just giving what I need to give and being able to channel spirit and cry and be vulnerable. I really appreciate the fact that you guys are vulnerable with each other. that you guys take care of each other so well in the comments. We don't get a lot of trolls here. We don't get a lot of, hateful comments here. But when we do, if I see it, I try to block it quick because I don't want y'all to have to see that type of stuff. But also, y'all are quick to handle it too, which I appreciate that. Okay. And I want to make it clear that I can be disagreed with. If you disagree with the comment, that I can be disagreed from, but I'm not gonna do any attacks. I'm not gonna do any entitlement. I will say there was one of you who got in my comment section, and because I didn't answer a question, you kind they well, it's not because I blocked this person, but this person really attacked me because I didn't answer a question, and it's a question that I had been asked like 11 times, and I got tired of answering that question a lot. So I took a break, and then someone else asked that question afterwards, and I ended up answering that question. And this person attacked me and was very, very entitled with my time, and announced that like they were going to be leaving because I didn't specifically answer them. And I want to remind you that number one, I'm one person, and as of right now, there is not a team. There will be a team, but there's not a team. So I'm one person, and I don't end up getting to every question. I do try to address as much as possible. I try to be efficient. If I see a question that's coming up a lot, I'll wait a while and then answer it so that as many of those eyes who'd asked that question can get that answer. Number two, there's questions that I've already answered in the video or in other videos that I don't feel like going over. But number three, you're not entitled to my time. I am a healer for real. This is not a persona. I'm a working witch. I'm a working priestess. So my time is occupied working or studying. And I'm also currently preparing for a new initiation. So which means lots of study. I don't mean anyone harm, but also I will enforce my boundaries. Okay? I can be disagreed with. I can be held accountable. I can be called to the paint, but I will not be disrespected. And I will not have people being entitled. Also, I don't do, what is that? What do you call it? The parasocial relationships? I don't do that. It's easy to do that with people like me because I am authentic and I am genuine. But also, some folks create fantasies around the people they follow, and I ask that you just don't do that over here. And if I see that, I'll check it. Now, I have seen some of you in person, and this doesn't mean that I can't be talked to or touched, but like, also, we don't know each other. Y'all know a lot more about me than I share, which also you don't know everything about me, so boundaries. Boundaries are our friends, okay? Okay. And with that being said, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. I'm so excited for the new things that I have planned. I'm excited to I can't wait for August to come here. I can't wait to just start doing the new things. Yeah, the Patreon, all of that, y'all. All of it, everything. It's all of it. It's here. We're here. From here until my birthday, we're doing things. We're doing things. From here until my birthday, I just got announcements and things. Announcements and things. So stay tuned. I love you so much. And I will talk to you all soon. Just in case no one has told you today, you are amazing. You are divine. You are a gift, a love letter from your ancestors to the rest of this world. Thank you for everything you survived. And I'll see you next week, baby. I'll see you next week, honey. I'll see you next week, baby. I'll see you next week, honey.